Hello, you should be watching video number 1, part B. If you have not watched video number 1, part A, please turn off this video and watch that first. Okay, this video will continue the conversation about the syllabus and give you more information about what you need to know about this class. Here we're talking about Blackboard. Blackboard is going to be extremely important for this class in all different ways. It's because it's an online course. It's going to be the #1 way for you to get information about this course. Contact me, contact other students, post commonplace book entries. You have to be able to be on Blackboard a lot in order to succeed in this class. It's just how it's going to be. I have here, please check Blackboard for any updates at least once per weekday. That does not mean that you have to be on your phone, be on your computer, checking it every 5 minutes. That means once per weekday. You will have to post any assignments to Blackboard, and separate from formal essays. Those will be doing through email. So you'll be submitting formal essays through email, complex book entries via Blackboard, but you still must check both once every weekday. I'm going to be beginning on Blackboard once per weekday, answering questions, making sure people understand things, commenting on your complex book entries as well. If you do not participate in the course, you're not participating in the course and you will not do well. But I will post instructional videos such as this one. Some of them will just be to explain directions about, how to do peer review. Others will be how to explain maybe a thesis statement or MLA format. But the videos are going to be how I kind of go around the fact that this is an online-only class. You should watch them all. If you don't watch them all, you're going to be lost and confused, and you're not going to succeed. Please don't assume that you know something, or say, oh, I know MLA format, I'm good. Watch the video still. There might be something in there that I might be expecting you to know that you may have forgotten or you may never knew to begin with. So MLA format is very complicated. So in order for you to be less confused, please watch these videos. Please check Blackboard at least once per weekday. I am going to have a FAQ, or frequently asked questions discussion board, post on Blackboard. You should be able to find that on the left-hand tab of Blackboard. If you have any questions at all throughout the semester, this could be, I forgot how to download an assignment, or I forgot how to turn in an assignment, or it could be as complicated as, is this paper okay? Asking questions about the actual assignment itself. I would suggest, unless it's an extremely personal question, okay? Unless it's an extremely personal question, if it has to do with the course itself, please go on that frequently asked questions tab and ask your questions there to begin with. I will get back to you within 24 hours. Okay, I'm not sitting on my computer all the time, but I am going to be checking it at least every day. If it's been longer than 24 hours, you can email me, but try to post your questions there first. So if other people have questions in the future, I don't have to continuously answer the same questions, because most of the time more than one person is confused about the same thing. So if you ask your questions on that FAQ discussion board and I answer them, then everybody else, when you go to look to see if that question's also been asked and answered. If you have any other questions in relation to maybe I didn't answer it the way that you needed specifically, ask a different question, okay? But if I haven't responded in a day or two, I should do that. But if I haven't, please, then you can email me and say, hey, I asked this question on the discussion board. Maybe I just forgot to check it that day. But it's going to be an excellent tool to utilize where you don't have to email me necessarily all the time. Now, this also does not mean if you have a question to stop emailing me. If it is a question that you are embarrassed about, you don't want the rest of the class to know you were confused about something, you can email me. But that FAQ is going to help everybody in the class, not just yourself. It's going to save everybody a lot of time, because then other people don't have to email me. Okay, so it's going to save me time too, because I don't have to answer the question. the 20 times that I might be asked. So it's going to help people. It's going to save time. But do please ask questions if you do have them, because I don't read minds, and I won't be able to know if you're confused or not if you don't ask me about it. Email is also going to be extremely important. I also ask that you check your email at least once per weekday. I have had students in before not email me an essay, not email me if they had questions, or I emailed them a reminder or some very important information about the course, and they didn't get it, and their response was, I don't check my email. Especially because it's an online course, it is extremely crucial that you check your email, as long as you're Blackboard, but as long as your email once per weekday. I will require you to submit your formal essays through email, and mostly because the comment feature on Blackboard for giving you feedback is a little bit janky, it's a little bit weird. It's not my favorite. Also, email seems to work a lot better in terms of just working. I can't do everything for email. Things have to be on Blackboard, but it just works a lot better in terms of submitting on time, in terms of actually working as a technological device. You will have to have some type of internet for this course because it is an online-only course. If you sign up for this and you don't have email, or if you don't have internet, you're going to have to find someplace else, go to McDonald's, go to a coffee shop. You have to have internet. But if I contact you and I email you, maybe you turn in your essay and it's not in the right format, you forgot to attach your file, maybe I didn't even receive it at all. You submitted it, it said it went through, but I didn't get it. I'm going to email you. That next morning, I won't do it like maybe when you submit it, but that next morning I'll get online and I'll check it to see if I have everybody's, and if I have them in the right format, which is going to be, I'll talk about in a second. If I don't have it at all, and maybe, it's not working quite well, if you don't check your email and know, there is not going to be any way for me to contact you other than that. So you have to check your email. A lot of times I might email you to remind you about due dates, but probably won't, but I might, and in that case, you miss an opportunity to be reminded about something. So I can't emphasize enough how much it is important to check your email once every weekday. I talked about this before. At least one semester I have a student who claims they don't check their email, even though on the syllabus I claim that you have to check it once per day. Alright, so you just gotta do that. I'm also gonna return your essays via email. So after you submit it, it probably won't be the next day, but I take this with a grain of salt, to submit your essays back within 2 weeks. This does not mean that I will, that means that's always my goal. But if, you're going, where's my essay, I probably email it to you back. Or I haven't done it already, because I do have a lot of students. But it's going to be, email and Blackboard are going to be the two only ways that we're going to be able to communicate. Okay, even these videos are going to be on Blackboard. How you're going to submit your essays, it's through email, but you're going to have to submit them either docx file, which is Microsoft Word, or Google Docs. I will accept either one of those. If you send me a zip file, I won't be able to open it. If you send me a PDF, I'll be able to open it, but I won't be able to comment on your essays, which is a big portion of this course, me giving you feedback as a writing instructor. Okay, so you must be responsible for turning on your work on time. I will not, again, use for technological purposes, so plan in advance. I suggest putting your information, your essays, in at least 2 different places. So if you have one of them on your computer, put another file on your flash drive. Email to yourself. Last year, I had my flash drive just completely die on me. And while I wasn't a student, I was a teacher. So all my assignment sheets, all my example student essays just went away. So it's a really good idea to back things up, to put them in at least 2 places, if not more. If you only put them on your hard drive, on your computer, and then your computer, completely fails 10 minutes before you're supposed to submit it, I'm sorry. So, make sure you back up your work, you save it consistently. Google Docs is good with that because it saves all the time consistently. Also, when you're sending me an email, you're submitting an essay, please have body in the, in your email. I've had some times in the past where students just send me a file, a link to their essay without any language at all. Please let's say, "Dear Miss Boudouris, this is my essay number 1. Thank you," and whatever your name is. So it's just courteousness. I'm your professor. I'm not your best friend. So please don't write like you're texting me either. Please do it professionally as a college class. This environment asks for. Participation will include several different things. First thing is going to be those commonplace book entries, not them itself. Each commonplace book entry will be worth 25 points. But when I said earlier in video number 1, part A, you're going to have to comment on at least 3 of your classmates' commonplace book entries. So every time you submit a commonplace book entry, I think later so maybe I'll have you submit one on a Tuesday and a Wednesday. That Thursday, those comments are due. So when you comment on other people's essay or commonplace book entries, you're going to be interacting with them similar to a conversation in a class. And again, I'll give you more specifics, what I'm looking for. There is not going to be one right answer. However, if you do just write a sentence and say, "That's cool," that's not going to be enough. So maybe they discussed a specific writing experience in their life or how they struggle with MLA format. You could say, "Oh yeah, I do too." I specifically interrupt him with that. These comments should be at least 2 paragraphs long. A paragraph is at least 3 sentences, and I hate being that specific, but I don't want you to just write 2 sentences and think that's enough, okay? And they shouldn't just be unnecessary language. Make it meaningful, interacting. Again, we're not going to be in a face-to-face classroom. This is going to be the closest we're going to be able to have. Same thing if you're confused about something. Somebody says something about how they've always had trouble with thesis statements. You go on there and you say, "Oh yeah, I have too," and actually discuss your experience with those as well. So they could actually help everybody learn in terms of writing, but also just interacting with ideas as well. Another part that's going to have participation is going to include comprehension checks and quizzes. The first week of class, you're going to have to do 2 of those. Basically, comprehension checks are quizzes, but I don't like the word quizzes. I typically don't like giving quizzes, but this is the only way I can tell if you understand this information or not. So, one is going to be on the syllabus. So it's going to be a 15-point quiz for participation about everything I'm discussing in the syllabus. You can cheat so you can look at the syllabus while you're taking it, but those questions will be randomized. You will have to watch these videos, understand the course. I want to make sure everybody understands what the specific policies are and what due dates are as well. And the other one's going to be on MLA format, so there will be a separate video about MLA format. Then you have to take a quiz, make sure you understand that for the complex book entries, and those are going to start week 2. Watching videos, I will be able to see and track the viewership of these videos. If you have not watched any, that's also participation as well. More than likely, though, if you are confused in the course, you email me all the time, you just fail to submit work, you don't comment on anything, you're not keeping up with the class, more than likely you're not watching the videos. Alright, so that's going to be how I'm getting information to you. The participation will be worth 10% of the overall course grade, which will be 100. So if you fail to participate in the course at all, that's going to be 10%. So it's pretty significant. And if I have anything on the schedule, the syllabus later on in the semester, it says for participation grade, that's also for participation grade. So maybe I should say I have you do an activity, send it in to me, that's going to be for a participation grade, just to make sure I understand that you understand what we're discussing. I'm going to stop this video for now here, but just, so this was video number 1, part B. The next video you should watch should be video number 1, part C. And again, I will discuss more information about the syllabus.